Hi there, friends. This is your moderator, Yetmir, from Albania. Today, on our 9th interview, I'm happy to introduce Francois from France. Francois has been impressing us with wonderful pictures he recently posted straight out from his drinking station he has built. I understand lots of effort has been dedicated to creating it. As a background story, some time ago with Manos, we were discussing the possibility of inviting Francois to do an interview focusing on his drinking station. Later on, thankfully, he accepted, and here we are. Once more, thanks, Manos, for your idea and help as always. Today's interview will take the form of a presentation where Francois will go over the process on how he built his drinking station, including tips and techniques on photographing birds from such an environment. I'd like to note here that when applied, a similar feeding and drinking station in the United States go through a rigorous review and later certified as such from the National Audubon Society. The National Audubon Society is an organization dedicated to the protection of animals and their habitats. By the way, that is a documentary on Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, detailing the process on how Audubon reviews the feeding and drinking stations. You can actually check it out if you like. Without further ado, before we start the presentation, let's ask the first line of questions. Who is Francois? And also understanding you spend lots of time photographing wildlife, would love to know, where does this passion of yours come from?
Thank you, Yetmir. I am 71. Mm-hmm. I work all my life as an engineer, mainly in a mountainous area, which means a passion for nature, mm-hmm. and mountain activity like cross-country skiing, mountain bike, and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I was born in a farm, mm-hmm. and I like animals, all the animals, cats, dog, cow, horses, and so on. And during my professional life, I had a lot of work and not many time to take pictures. In fact, I also take pictures from my family and pleasure activities. And around 6 years ago, when I get retired, I start to observe animals, but especially birds from the house. I remember the first winter, looking through the window, I saw several small birds, mainly European goldfinches, and I decided to give them grains. I did it, and every day they came, and I took some picture, but with small material, not professional materials. And the year after, I decided to buy a new material, and I started with Canon 70, and after that 70 Mark II. I bought also a telephoto lens. It's not a telephoto lens, it was a zoom from 70 to 300 Series L of Canon, and I started. At the beginning, I only take pictures in my garden through the window, or just opening the fence. But after that, I go away along the river. Here in Souillac, we have the Dordogne River, which is one of the main rivers in France. And at this time, I look at raptors, mainly common buzzard and red and black kit. After that, after several years, I improved my my camera. But before the camera, I changed my my zoom. I bought 150 to 600 telezoom Tamron, and 2 years later, I bought Canon 500 f4 serial. And at the end, I bought Canon EOS 1DX Mark II, which is marvelous.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a story.
Beautiful.
And at this time, after maybe it was 4 years ago, I decided to build my drawing station. And as I end my professional life as a consultant in continuous improvement, I have the experience of making a lot of presentation. And I decided to write what I did because I like to share with friends. And it is this document. But until our last discussion, this document was in French.
Correct.
And I decided to translate it.
Thank you for doing
and
that.
I send you this document. Okay.
Yeah, we can thank you for doing that. Yes, you indeed. We had the conversation. This was in French. You translated it. That's wonderful for us to understand. I look forward, and I'm sure everybody else, to your presentation. So you can start anytime, any moment you choose.
Okay. It was in the winter 2015. And to start, I decided to build a drawing station with things available at home. And I use an old door to make the support of the pond. And maybe we can start with that. Just these 4 pictures are just to show what I get just at the beginning. And by seeing that, I decided to continue to use and to improve my drawing station, because the pond is at less than 40 meters from my house. And right now, from my desk, I can see the drawing station. Nice. And I can see the bird.
Beautiful results, by the way. Those are beautiful results.
It was encouraging when I saw that as the first time.
I can see it. Yep.
Very encouraging. Okay. You see the first one, and just perch. I fish in the ground. It's in my garden. It's very small. It's around 1 meter 0.8 by 0.8 meter. It's in 3 centimeters depth. And here is the hide. You can see how it is located in my garden. Here is my house. I don't know if you see very well my, I should have used something, but I didn't prepare it. Just a minute, please. Maybe, no, I cannot do it. Okay, sorry. Here is the house.
Very descriptive. It's very descriptive. It's very, I can see your house and garage.
Because my garden is 160 meters long.
Okay.
Yeah. And here is a place with a lot of trees around, and beautiful. The birds land on the tree before land on the drink. Another view, it's my garden with the trees, it's winter. You can see it's not very beautiful at the beginning, but I take good picture with that, which means it's not necessary to build something very fantastic to obtain good pictures. Here is a hide. I use the configuration of the ground to build it. You can see the dimension. It's only 40 liters of water. It's not very much. And the first winter, I put the food everywhere. It's not a good idea. You have to localize very well where you put the food, because if you want to facilitate the pictures, you have to know where the bird will land. And the best way to do that is to put the food in a few points and take a profit of that. And the grains are, I don't know the word. The birds spread the grains.
I see.
Which is not very beautiful. And what is important is the background of the drawing station. I use tarpaulin made of gunny. You know what is gunny?
Oh, that's very wise, very wise. Okay, so you put that in purpose there.
Yeah.
Very good. And very, very smart.
Yes, and you obtain a very good background with that, because it's a grid rear.
Right.
In winter, we have some ice from time to time. In this case, I break the ice with a hammer, very, very simple. And if needed, I add hot water. As a purchase, I use different branch and I change them from time to time in order to take different pictures. It's very important. Or I change or I move them. Okay. Here are 3 feeding points. I change them. Right now, they are very different. We will have a look to it later.
Okay.
I have to fill them every morning, even if I don't take pictures this day, because when the birds take the habits to visit the drawing station, they have to find food every day. The food is mainly sunflowers seeds. They like all the birds like them, and I also use the peanuts, mainly the tits, and the robin like the peanuts. And at the beginning, I put some fat when it's very very cold, but I don't do this right now. It's not necessary, in my opinion. It's not necessary. And before any session, I prepare according to the following points. I have to clean the pond with an aquarium net in order to remove grains and live in the water. Maybe to rearrange the moss in order to mask what is not beautiful. And my camera is on a tripod, always at the same height, in order to guarantee a reflection in particular. And I have to look at my cats and watch at the other. And I put my cats in the home, in the house when I take pictures. But I do not have problem with them. And it's the building of the hide. You can see the seat adjustable in high. And I use some different devices in order to realize it. But I am not very good at doing by myself, but
looks very good to me. Very, very nice. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Here is the end result.
Very nice. Yep.
After one winter, I decided to modify the drawing station, to enlarge it, and to improve different things. Mainly, I did a pond expansion, quite significant. I put it closer to the hide. I made some refurbishment of the hide, put new perches, and also I take time to test a different background color, using, for example, sheets for bed. Here is a new. Here is on the left is the old one, and is the new support for the pond. And you can see it. It's 2.5 meter long and 1.3 outside. The wider of the edge is larger in order to stabilize the moss, and the same depth. And I tried to, maybe you can see the level there. I tried to use a more accurate level. And you have the building session. And at the end, just this picture with a 500 millimeter lens with a full frame, no crop, just what I get. I use block at this time, but you can see the blurred background. It's the grass. And I saw that my settings are quite good for my equipment. Today, I would say if I use a 400 millimeter instead of 500, it would be better. But sometimes with some bigger birds, like blackbird or things like that, it's a little bit too much. And the front, the front of the pond is under the focus minimum distance, and I cannot take picture on the first 30 centimeters.
No, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Okay, but it's not a problem. Fortunately, the birds use the other space of the pond. For pond dressing, it's classical. Sometimes I use stones. Sometimes I use a piece of wood. I try to change, and all over that I put moss. I find in the forest close to my city. I try to use some specific piece of tree, and one of my friends cut it for me and transport, and you have another layout of the pond at this time. Yes, and on this one you can see that I put the feeder at the rear of the pond and not everywhere, in order to focus the bird to this place. Okay, I make also some improvement in the hide, but it's normal maintenance. And you can see me in the hide.
Mm-hmm.
It's the species I capture only in winter during the feeding period. And for 3 consecutive winter, you can see that I saw different species. And for example, some migrator from north were present in winter 2017 to 18, but not the year before and not this year up to now.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
It's not always the same. And sometime in winter it could be cold.
Mm-hmm.
In summer the pond is different. No feeder. The moss go into the water. If I do not that, the birds do it by themselves. They like to spread the moss in the pond. And you can also see that we have 1, 2, another one there, 3 and 4 shrub we plant around the pond. And it's interesting because we have some fruits on them, but the problem is we cannot move it. You have to find the balance between moving and having beautiful flowers and things like that. I think it's a good idea. It's a combination of shrub and piece of wood and perch and things like that. Okay, just to show you, I test different background, and my gunny stay in place, and I had on it different things. For example, it's this blue one is a sheet from my bed, an older one, and here is something green, and here is something I use to hide me.
Right.
But at the end, gunny is a better solution. Okay. Now we will see what I did before this winter. The last improvement. First of all, I have to disassemble, to dismount everything in order to clean, because there's lots of grains falling down in the grass. I have to clean that. I did it, and also I will place in a different manner all the piece of wood in order to change the aspect of the drawing station. Here is a kid of the family swifting in order to help me, but she just wants some money from me. I also disassembling of the hide, and some modification in order to improve everything. Here is the new layout.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And this, it's a tree, but it's dead tree. And also this one, I put hazelnuts and nuts. It's for woodpecker. But they do not come very often, but they come. Okay, the same. And the feeding points. You can see 1, 2, it's a metallic one. And sometimes I move them at different places in order to see what is the best for the pictures. And here is the hazelnuts, the nuts, and peanuts. Also on the other side, this part is this, with a lot of peanuts. Okay, yeah, the camera is in place.
Beautiful.
You can see the lens. Okay, and I used mainly photo, but also I can take video, and you can see the two equipments in the hide with a different tripod. This one is a gimbal head, and this one is a specific video head. But I just start with this new camera a few months ago. I have to experiment it.
Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yep.
Yeah, because for example, the depth of field is very different from my DSLR. And when I take a video of birds, the background is not blurred. It's very sharp, which is a problem. You know? I have to adjust. I have to use manual setting. But I am on my learning curve.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't stop, does it? Always learning.
Yeah,
but very impressive work so far. You've been showing something quite impressive. Very amazing.
Okay, and the results of this modification I did 1 month ago, 1.5. I put some pictures. They are not necessarily my best pictures, but my idea was to illustrate different things. And one is the variety of species we can see, the different bird postures, the variety of perches we can use, and the variety of actions. And the birds, we can see them landing, drinking, eating, taking a bath, bickering, fly away. And the combination of all these variables allow us to obtain very different pictures. And I remember on the internet, I saw comments of a guy who said, I don't like drawing station because it's always the same pictures. It's wrong. If you do that, and just example, but you can see different things. And you can multiply the difference. Okay, we will not spend too much time, but the first winter with the old drawing station I used, you can see quite a variety of position of perch of birds. This one is on ice, and you can see the grain on the ice too. This one is very very afraid of everything. Cannot see it very often, the wren.
Very hard to photograph too. The wrens are very small, very.
Yes, it's very small, and he don't stay in place very long.
Yeah.
Other example. This one, for example, is brambling coming from the north. It's the only winter I saw him.
Beautiful.
Woodpecker is just close to the drink. Not on the drink, not in the water, just in the grass, close to the drink. Also, this chaffinch is also on ice. Eurasian siskin coming from the north too. Finch is the same, but last year I saw him again. You can see the tongue of the woodpecker there.
Oh, that's cool. Yep.
Here are pictures taken in summer. It's mainly buses.
Mm-hmm.
And it always very different pictures. It's a feeding of the kids,
Mm-hmm.
of the chicks, for example. The winter after, I changed the end of the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the blue tit, she takes the peanuts by the envelope.
Yeah. Ah, by the shelf, you mean?
Wait, yes, we can see it very often.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
These days, I had the same type of pictures.
Interesting.
And I guess within the last 5 winter, it's the only day we had snow, just for one day. But give me different pictures.
Indeed, yep.
And you can see the robin, the size of the robin.
Yeah, so puffy, man. So beautiful bird. I love robins.
Ice again.
Mm-hmm.
So, the next summer,
mm-hmm.
also different pictures. Yeah, with this one, I like this one.
Beautiful.
And other species, I cannot see them very often. The common redstart is the willow warbler.
Beautiful.
The winter after. And you can see the woodpecker taking my nuts, my hazelnuts, and using the two perches I put in place for them. And I didn't explain, but I have to move them in position, in high, in order to get the picture well framed. Other example, the summer after. I had, you can see the fruit. It confirmed it was a good idea to plant a shrub.
Right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Here is this winter. Okay, with also different birds, different postures, reflection, feeding. Another woodpecker, the wren. Okay, just the example. For the other one, you have just to look at Facebook, things like that. And
wonderful.
Okay.
I have a couple of questions now. First of all, I
Yes.
want to congratulate you on such an amazing work. I think this is going to be an inspiration for many of us. And as I see your work and I see your result, your pictures, a drinking station truly makes for very artistic shots. You know, so it's like every picture speaks something to me. The way you have actually taken here. But what is your favorite bird? If you had to choose one, do you have a favorite?
In fact, my favorite birds are raptors. And first of all, the osprey. And I also like the bearded vulture. And after that, I like the woodpeckers all. and the wren, and all the small birds.
They are beautiful.
We focused on the drink station, but in fact, I love the raptors.
Yep.
But it's easier to, because I spend a lot of time in my garden. For example, during the winter time, I would say 4 months, quite every day, between 2 and 4 hours in my hide. But the rest of the year, I go with some of my friends in up to 100 kilometers from home, and we go for other type of birds, mainly raptors.
Sure.
And also for mammals. And because in my hide I am alone, and when I go out, we mainly were very often 2 or 3, and we can discuss, we can share things, we can learn from each other, and it's very interesting. And I would add, I also like very much, maybe the first one, in fact, the peregrine falcons.
Very fast.
And if you look at my YouTube channel or album on Facebook, 2 or 3 years ago, I follow a couple of peregrine falcons during 2.5 months, every day, at least 5 hours a day.
Impressive.
And this year, I took pictures of mating. A lot. I remember it's something like 70. And one of them is on my YouTube channel. It's a short video around 20 seconds with sound, live sound. It's with not so far from me. It's around 80 meters, but the images are very, very nice, and no branch to mask. Everything was perfect.
Beautiful, beautiful. By the way, I'm going to make sure to share your YouTube channel. If you have a website too, Instagram, wherever, the links that you want to share, please send them to me so I can post them on.
Yes,
on
and you can see.
Well.
You can see. Here is my on my Flickr.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for doing that.
It's awesome. Okay. It's organized in different albums.
Beautiful.
And for example, some of the albums take the name of the bird, some other take the name of drink station. But I change of album each year. Here is on my Facebook is the same principle.
Awesome.
And also on 500px, do you know it?
Yeah, of course, indeed. Yep. Very nice. You get to see the images in a very nice.
Yes, and in fact, I post a few pictures on it. I post what I think are my best pictures.
I see.
I have less than I think I have less than 500 pictures on it right now. And here is my YouTube channel. You have the link.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That's very nice.
And you will see some video describing the atmosphere around the drink with not focus on the bird, focusing of the whole scene.
Right.
With the sound and this picture on the right is taken from the door opening to on the garden, and you can see the garage. You can see the hide there and the drink station there.
Right. Right.
Okay. So I can see from my house. Okay, it's the last, another one. You can see I use tripod in the aisle, but sometimes outside I take picture handheld photography. And here is a link to my website.
Oh, wonderful.
I built it 1.5 years ago, but I had to stop because I had other things to do, and
sure,
I should add material on it. And but it's a starting point.
But I'll tell you what, with the drinking station, your photography, your social media, YouTube, Flickr, 500pc, your website, it's just quite an initiative. I congratulate you on everything you do. I'm so impressed, to be honest. And I'm sure this will be an inspiration to many of us. And this is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing everything. Mano was right. We'll be impressed. And indeed, indeed, it is very impressive. Everything you shared with us, very organized, detailed, and I cannot wait to see the comments that other folks will have. And I wonder if other folks are doing such a thing. And if they do, please let us know so we could actually get to learn as well. But Francois, this is so great. Do you have anything else to share with us? I ask that because we are coming towards the end of the interview. So perhaps any last thoughts? Thank you so much for doing this again. This 9th interview been to me just wonderful, wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing your experience and doing what you do.
See, I can say add something. And last year, during the summer, last year or the year before, I don't remember, different people coming from, for example, from USA, wrote me, I will spend some holidays in your area. May I have a look to your drink station? And
wow.
They did. And
very cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah. We can maybe, with your presentation, we can now share experiences and perhaps even other folks can do similar things. Like I said at the beginning, the Audubon Society actually have certification that gives to people that build such a things. Yeah. And they have of course, all the rules and stuff, but all the rules you have put yourself, and then you learn so much through the process. So it's very impressive to see your work. Yep. So thank you so much. We're gonna end the interview here. This has been great. I look forward to other people's comment on Facebook. As we mentioned, we're gonna have to we're gonna post this on YouTube and then later on post a link on Facebook. So this is great. Thank you so much, Francois.
You're welcome. Thank you.